So we certainly are becoming a nation of laws. Laws that you can't toboggan here, laws that you can't have more than that many people in your house. Kim Schofield is a very successful criminal defense lawyer in Toronto. She joins me right now because I want to know whether, in fact, these laws are working to keep our health good and what the downside is of having so many laws that no one really knows.
Right. So one of the hallmarks of a civil society is laws that make sense and laws that you understand what they are.
You understand,
and,
yes.
And that's the big problem, because there's no clarity. And there may be suggestions and guidelines, but are they laws? Are they enforceable? And who's enforcing them? And how are they being enforced?
They may be enforced differently in Kirkland Lake than they are in downtown Toronto.
Absolutely.
As far as tobogganing
Right.
goes. So, but what's the alternative? Because we have well-meaning politicians in office saying we have to have people obey these rules.
Right.
Is there a better way than having the poor cops out there who probably don't understand most of it themselves? They're trained in different things, going around trying to arrest people for having too many people at dinner.
Yeah, so I think that guidelines, of course, have to be enforced, but I think the public is more likely to follow guidelines if they're evidence-based and if they seem to make sense. And we just are not seeing that. We're not seeing that COVID numbers come down. That we're not in this province.
Right.
So it appears that there's half measures, and a lot of them are not evidence-based. Like, what are the big box stores doing open now? And why are we limiting certain outdoor winter activities? And there just doesn't seem to be any evidence base. And therefore, people are not going to comply. It makes no sense to people.
You can walk up any street in Toronto and most cities around Canada, and many, many stores open, lots of people on the sidewalk, and some poor other guy who may not fall into the right category is out of business.
Yeah, and one of the big problems is, what are the police doing? And do they know what they're doing? And are their mandates clear? So are they ticketing people? And is that somehow arbitrary? Are certain communities being targeted more than others? And that's something that we all have to be very aware of.
So what's the answer? We should be aware of it, but is there a better way?
I think we're all searching for answers, and that's what this process is. It's a lot of trial and error. But when you have trial and error and the experiment is civil liberties, that's the problem, is that we have to be very vigilant as members of this community to make sure that the limitations on our behavior are reasonable, right, and that they are evidence-based, that in fact the end result is what we're looking for, and we're just not seeing that. And there seems to be inconsistency and some flailing on part of legislators.
Kim Schofield, I think you're absolutely right. 3 minutes, thank you. So thank you for watching, and please make sure that you subscribe and tell your friends. We are going to have lots of fabulous shows coming up in the new year.